Good morning, how are you all doing? Welcome to RLTW Strategies. The purpose of this channel is to provide a video trading journal for myself and for entertainment or educational purpose for you all, if you like the content. What I do is I go over how I chart my charts prior to market open. The time is around 8:20 right now. We're gonna go ahead and jump into a brief summary on what I have left on my accounts and start charting the NASDAQ. So I trade the NASDAQ. I am a 21-year veteran in the military. I retired and this is my hobby. It's been a hobby of mine for the past year, trading futures. I've been messing around with stocks for 10 years. So with that, that's my background. All my education has been observed by other traders and learned and taught by myself. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the charts. So what we see here is we see my Tradeovate, which is my trading platform that I use, and TradingView, which is my charting platform that I use. What I do is I trade a paper account on my TradingView side where I test theories of what I see the market doing, and then over here is where I execute my trades. So Friday, I've passed a combine. It's removed out of here. I only have these two accounts left. This one is turned off. This one I activated on Friday. I was planning on trading it Friday, but after editing the last video, I didn't have time to trade it. But the market dropped huge towards the second half of the trading session in the afternoon. So let's go ahead and go with our chartings. If you watch my previous videos, you'll understand where all these boxes and lines came from. In the afternoon, we ended up breaking this trend here. I'll remove it as I talk about it. And then we broke through this trend here. All right, we got a new all-time high, so we'll go ahead and move the new all-time high up. And then we broke out of this consolidation pre-market box. Finally, we passed our combine in this area right here, I think. So we'll delete that box. This is on the 5-minute timeline. We won't do any charting on the 5-minute, but just to show you on the 5-minute, we broke through the box. We came into this other inefficiency zone, which we drew from the 4-hour Friday morning. And in pre-market at noon, we dropped all the way down here. And remember the 50% line? So that's there. Actually, I learned this from Danny Trades, the 50% line in the zones. Now, I don't know if he draws 50% lines in the inefficiency zones. I know he does them in the buy blocks where supply and demand are, or, you know, you can call these boxes whatever you want. It's what they mean to you. They could be buy zones, they could be support levels, they could be support zones, resistant levels, whatever it takes for you to know what actions you need to take in your trading at that specific area. I call it selling rips on Market Clubhouse, calls them inefficiency zones, where price will most likely visit at some point in time. As you can see, on Friday, the price did come in and visited the inefficiency zone. It came around the 50% area, broke out of it, went into the other inefficiency zone, didn't quite make it to the 50% area, broke back down, and then we bounced on it. And then we broke through it to the bottom of this area, right? In the zone, if you extend it out, it covers areas where price came up and rejected, right? So this area right here, not the specific point in time on that line, but that area near that line is an area where price either uses it as support or uses it as resistance. And as you can see here, it was resistance, broke through it, used it as support, came back, support, broke through it, resistance, right? Broke through it. So then we're here. This is all pre-market in the Globex session. We came down and we've just been making this consolidated area right here, right? So when you go to the 4-hour, right, we'll go ahead and remove the drawings real quick. On the 4-hour, let's go ahead and get rid of pivot points, clear up the chart a little bit. All right, first thing I like to do is I like to draw my trend line. And this is just the overall market trend. You get the lowest point of the area. Sometimes it's better if you zoom in. And then you just see where it hits all the tips, right? You know, and then you could do, well, I won't go in there. You could copy this trend line, move it back up so you have a parallel channel. And you can see it's going to be an upward wedge forming, which could be the parallel channel, price is moving up. I'm not going to have the parallel channel, but that's how you do a parallel channel. All right, so now we zoom in. We're still on the 4-hour. Now, if we look at the daily real quick, if today we break this level right here, we could come down to here, okay? Definitely here. We'll go ahead and put an area right there. We have to break the trend line. That is from the 4-hour trend line that has, as you saw, as we zoomed out, it was consistent, right? It was solid. What we have now is if on the daily we break through this trend line, what is the most likely course of action? Well, we may dip down to here. Dip down to here, which isn't that far, will be the first area. We break through this on daily, we're coming down to here, but that's 17,405, 415, 17,415, which that's a long ways to go. That's the daily. Those two lines will draw from the daily, right? And then we'll re-verify those lines when we get back to the 4-hour, which seems pretty consistent. We have an area here, 18,1117. That could be an area. If we start putting areas everywhere, we're going to be running out of lines. We got the all-time high. All-time high. Seem to have an area over yonder. There, we have an area here. Then we got that consolidated area that I showed you earlier. On the 4-hour, I see an area here. And we have no idea what's going to happen today because there's no news that's getting released today. So, all right. Inefficiency zones. Let's do inefficiency zones. So we're already in an inefficiency zone. We already broke through an inefficiency zone, which we drew the other day, and it would be from this line to that line. So we got one here. Go ahead and do a light color. And we got the 50% area. We could name it 50% from the first zone, just so we don't get confused on the lines. All right, you'll see it right there. And then, you know, we have another one here. We got one here. Mark this one 50%, and then don't have one here on this green candle because of that long red wick. But then we have a bunch of little ones. We have another one here, definitely one here. And all these areas are possible areas that price will revisit. And again, this is on the 4-hour, so the possibility of price coming to this area if price is starting to fall is going to be more likely. And not going to worry about a 50% area on this box, but because it's small. So we got our inefficiency zones, we got our all-time high, and that's all we got to go for. So we'll go on the 2-hour. We'll see how our zones play out. We'll see how the price is moving within the line that we just drew. Might be able to get rid of this line only because we already have the box there. And the zone between that line and our inefficiency zone is near the same area. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this to an area right here because this area on the 2-hour was a rough area for price to finally break through. But I think it's going to be a significant area as price comes back to this level. And you can see where price has rejected the level here, these two areas right here. Not worried about where it broke through because that was probably a news day, but price seems to be battling within that area. So I'll move that line from here to here and we'll use that one for today. And then we got the trend line. So then we'll go down to the 1-hour. We'll look at the 1-hour real quick. We've got a small inefficiency zone right here. Price may come up to this level, which is on top of that zone. Same thing with this one. There's really no point. As I go in lower time frame, there's no point to have that line right there because the top of the box will act as either a support or resistance area. So I'll get rid of that line. And that kind of cleans up the chart a little bit. Gives me something more pliable to work with as the trading day becomes more volatile. So again, because I had a line here, the 50% area will act as a zone between this area of support, right? Because price is above this area, so we're going to call this area support. Everything below price will be an area of support until it breaks through it. Everything above the current price will be an area of resistance until price breaks through it. So that's it with the charting. We'll go ahead and wait until market opens, and I'll see you guys back in the markets. Thank you. I'm back. If you're here and you like what you see, why don't you hit that like button or subscribe. I'll have plenty of videos coming your way. I'll be showing combines, XFAs, and hopefully eventually, if I get deemed successful enough by Top Step advisors, then hopefully I'll get moved up to a live trading account under the prop firm. So that's the plan, that's the goal, that's the track and progression. I'm listening to Bryce Vine on Apple Music, and we'll go ahead and transfer over to the charts because it is 5 minutes till market open and we're gonna go see how wild today's gonna be. Tomorrow, there's no news release today. Tomorrow is going to be CPI data, Mondays and Fridays, right? We got a huge news release day tomorrow, so today is probably going to be minimal action, and we will try to survive the markets today. Hopefully by 10:30 to 11:30, I'll get my XFA and I'll log off of Tradevate, log back in, and everything will be set up. So with that, hang in there. Be safe, be patient, be disciplined, and I'll see you guys on the markets. Real quick, before the market opens, I went ahead and drew this consolidation zone from the pre-market area as price was bouncing in and out. Price came out, hit this line here, so I put two lines up. I put this line here as a support level. As you can see, price bounced off it. It bounced off back here, back in the 7th of March, and again, the 5th of March. And I also put this line here at this low of 5 March low. So we got the 5 March low. We got this repeated support level that has seemed to be support recently. Price bounced back into the consolidation zone. Remember the inefficiency zone we drew in the yellow box? Well, price got rejected off of it, all right there. So we got the consolidation zone on top of the inefficiency zone. This was consolidation from pre-market. As you can see, price bounced from top to bottom in that area. So price is on the bottom of that consolidation zone, and we'll see what happens at 9:30. We got Apple. We'll go ahead and look at that too. So we got, let me fix the screens real quick. On the Magnificent 7, let's go back on the screens because we're about 30 seconds till. Let me get the ES and the dollar up. We didn't go over the ES and the dollar, but we will definitely talk about it later on. 10 seconds till. Let's get after it. I'm trading the new combine that I reset, so we're set up for that. I'm just gonna see what happens when market opens. See what we got going on. Market is open. Google spiking up, Apple spiking up, Microsoft, Nvidia climbing up back to the VWAP. Nvidia's going up. I'm in. About 500. I think I'm gonna get stopped out. It's $128, and as we can see, price is gonna move without me. Let's see if it comes back down. Let's see if I can get back into it. I could get back into it right now. There we go. We're coming down. We're outside the consolidation. As you can look over here, consolidation box. We'll see. Let's see if we hold this level. I might go into a buy down there, which is right over here. So Apple's coming down, Microsoft's coming down. This could be a fake out. Google's still going up. Let's see what happens. Come on. We are down 100 points right now on the NASDAQ. I'm watching the 15 and 5 minute on the ES. Let's see if we bounce off this level. This level right here is what we thought we would bounce off of. Let's see if it breaks through it. I'm touching it right now. Nvidia is still dropping. Microsoft is dropping. Dollar is dropping a little bit. If we break this level, we're going down to this level. But there might be a liquidity drag, a liquidity pool. We got Apple still going up. Google, Apple's going up. Let's see if we get a pop up. Might have to take a hit on this one. Better put in a stop. All right, we're down 1,000, 1,400. Reversed it, up 12. Let's go ahead and capture that. I went ahead with 10. I think it's gonna pop up. Here we go. Come on. Come on, pop up. Come on. Come on. That was a good double. I'm glad I got into that. We got a reversal. It's either gonna stop me out. All right, up $2,200 just then on the new combine. So that was a good trade. Let's just wait, be patient. Price bounced off that level. We doubled it down here. So the level played. Like we said, we moved the stop up. Got stopped out, and price may come up to this level. And it comes up to this level, that's what happens when you move your stop and the price goes on without you. We got Nvidia turning back around, we got Microsoft turning back around. Let's see if it comes back down and retest this level. We might reject off this consolidation box right here. So let's watch that. I got the 5 minute right here. Let's look at the 15 minute. As you get 15 minute, we have a long wick, which means there's a lot of buyers at this level pushing the price back up. So that's a strong level right there. We're close to that trend line, so possibly get rejected off the VWAP and come back down to this level and this level. It might bust through this level finally and then bounce off this level. So that's what we're watching today. ES hasn't really moved. We're up to 90 points right now on the NASDAQ. We may, like I said, we may reject from up here. So we got a little resistance area here or support. Let's see what it acts like. We got Microsoft starting to come back around to go down. We're at 402. Remember, we opened around 404 with Microsoft. Apple's at 173. Apple opened at around 173. We're at 173, 174 right now. We're 173.70, so Apple may rotate down. It's still above the VWAP, but may not stay above the VWAP much longer today. Today may be a chop day. All right, we just got lucky on that one trade. We were trading off of that level that I put in, right here. So we traded off this level. We're missing this move on the way up. We had 10 contracts. We could have finished this combine for today. Remember, we can't go over $4,500. So see if we reject off of that VWAP. We did touch the VWAP. We're inside the consolidation zone beneath the inefficiency zone. We already played around in the inefficiency zone already up to the 50% line. So it's going to take a lot to break us above that 50% line in the inefficiency zone to go higher. Price may reject at this level, right? It rejected up over here at around 6 a.m. and it rejected here around 7:22 a.m. Rejected again at 7:30, and here we go. Here's the 1, 2, 3, 4th rejection if it doesn't break through this level right here. Nvidia's going up, Microsoft's going up. ES really hasn't changed from market open. Dollar really hasn't changed since market open. Looks like a buy area right here to break through that level. That's only on the 1 minute. On the 15, price didn't seem to break the previous candle, right here. There's a strong rejection at the VWAP. We may come back down. Apple's coming back down. Microsoft's coming back down. Tesla's at 179. Remember, Tesla opened at 175.50, roughly around there. Currently up $2,200 on the combine that I reset on Friday after we passed one of the other combines. So we got price coming back up to the level again. The 15-minute candle looks pretty strong to break through the VWAP, but we'll remember the level is going to be through the VWAP, through the inefficiency, the bottom end of the inefficiency zone up to the 50% area. We have a high volume node over here. We got a low volume area that price is at the VWAP. So this price may rush to about 18,257. Still waiting to see if it's going to hold. We got Nvidia and Apple going up. I could probably go in. That's a huge candle down. It might be reversing right now. But the three stocks are looking good. Apple's looking good to continue moving to the upside. We got Microsoft hovering around the VWAP. We got Nvidia above the VWAP. However, Nvidia is at 170 and it looks like it's hitting resistance right now. ES is possibly doesn't have enough strength to go up. I haven't really done much charting changes on oil. I got levels in place, but it seems like price is coming back down. Here's a 4-hour trend. Hasn't broke the 4-hour trend to the downside yet, so I'm just watching oil. All right, we're breaking through the VWAP. Let's see if we go to the 50% area. Might be a good area to get in, or it's faking people. Quite possibly be faking people out for the upside. Nvidia's coming back down. Not really, I don't know. I'm saying Nvidia is going to come down a little bit. Why? Because we got a big rejection, I think, at the VWAP and the bottom side of that inefficiency zone. So just being patient on a solid move downward. If we get any confirmation with Apple's still going up. We did break that VWAP. We're at the point of control on the NASDAQ. 15-minute shows a strong buying pressure up on the 15 minutes. So this could be a consolidation area on the 15 minutes because those are 30 minutes worth of time between those two candles. We got that's an hour low. Price stayed in this area for about 1, 2, 3 hours, hour and a half because we're on the 15 minute, never mind, 45 minutes. I don't know, Nvidia's coming down, Apple's still going up, Nvidia's at the VWAP. We may drop hard down to this level, drop hard from here down to here, possibly. I don't really want to go in on the combine. We are hitting this resistance, this support area where that candle is to that candle. Right, here's the resistance level where the point of control is at the bottom of the box. So that's where we're hitting. It's either getting price accepted at this level so it can continue going higher, or it's going to get rejected. Those are the two options. The VWAP keeps rejecting it. I would trade this right now. If I go into this position, right, if we enter here, price could destroy us $1,000 at a time at 5 contracts, bouncing from that area to this area, right? So it's no point in getting in at that level, right? We're gonna have to wait until we see rejection here where that candle is, where that price came down, right? Next time it comes down to here, we may buy to take profit up here or here, all right? So if we buy here, we could potentially get profit here. And that's pretty decent. Got huge candles, wicks on the bottom end of this area, which may indicate that there's buyers holding that price level up to that level. But then you got the market makers that may push the price down to here again. That's what we're fighting. We're fighting market makers today, at least, because there's no news today. Reddit is going to come out at a public offering, an IPO, which means it's its first introduction into the market. So Reddit is going to be a tradable company on the public exchange soon. They're dealing with the terms of the IPO. So if any of y'all have Reddit, that might be something to go into in the initial. That'll be an initial pop, depending on how high the price is during IPO. All right, I see Apple possibly going to come down. Microsoft doesn't look like it has enough strength to continue to go up. The only thing we're watching now is if Microsoft stays the same and Apple comes down, the next stock we need to pay attention to is Nvidia, and see if Nvidia is going to come down a little bit today. I mean, I already came down almost $100 a share from Friday. We're down 60 points in the market. ES is still flat, no change on the ES. And this is a chop area right here. Apple just broke the VWAP. I'm watching the 2-minute chart on all the Magnificent 7. So ES is coming down. I want to short here. Go ahead and short on the paper account. See, that's $2,000 if it spikes up. If it hits the VWAP again, we'll sacrifice $1,800 to make $5 grand. 18 to $5 grand if it drops down. I think we're losing buying power to continue to go upside. So there we go. Boom. It pops up, it cashes me out with $500. We're hitting the bottom of that green band. We got a green band up here. It's like a boiling band, and then we got one down here. And we got the EMA and the VWAP. So it looks like price got rejected at the VWAP and EMA finally. And if price continues to go down, it might retrace here where my cursor is at. So if we bought 5 shares here at 223, if we bought 5 shares at 223, we would have been up $2,000. As you can see here, that's how much we would be up if we bought it up here at 223 at that candle. Microsoft's still coming down. Apple's below the VWAP. Nvidia just hit the VWAP. Got stopped out for $500. Let's see if price gets rejected at this level. Microsoft's coming back up for the first time. Look at those candles on the 15-minute. This is chop area right here. From here to there. It's like 4,000. So we got Microsoft coming up. Okay, so here comes a retest. So we bounced off, we come back down, and it's either going to reject to go up or go down. Only 2 options. Apple and Nvidia is coming down. Same thing is happening with the ES. ES is coming down to this pivot point, roughly around the same area. Apple's trying to hold strong. Good buy area. I was checking to see if my account is activated yet, and it's not yet. That's a good reversal point. Coming back to the EMA, you can reject off the EMA. Apple's going up, Microsoft's going up, Nvidia's going up. We may pop back up to the bottom of the consolidation box. We're at the EMA and that bottom green band. We may reject off this level as well. Here we go. We're rejecting. Maybe buying liquidity. That is a huge, quick drop on the 1 minute. Apple's finally coming down. ES is coming down. Might be a good opportunity to short right here. Short on the paper account. Microsoft has a big candle downward. ES is possibly coming down. I'm gonna go ahead and got stopped out real quick. I was in some positions in pre-market and closed them before the charting session, so I didn't really care about the losses on the paper account. I didn't want my pre-market play positions to interfere with the charting process or the bias of charting. Here we go. You could be buying liquidity right now before it rejects off this level. It could reject anywhere from that dotted line to here. ES broke down through the pivot point. ES just broke through the pivot point here. Could be bouncing. We got a downward trend going right here. See if it continues. See if we break through or reject this area. And this is what you do. You continue updating your charts as you see the price fluctuate. There's nothing wrong doing that. Probably advisable to continually updating the probability of entering trades at specific areas. So as the market's continually in flux, the levels we drew were pretty much, they're not moving for the rest of the day because I'm going off of those previous price points from the past to indicate where price may have some contention, right? But trend lines, 15-minute trend lines, 5-minute trend lines, 30-minute trend lines, that stuff will always change during the day. I mean, you'll have the morning session, you may have a downward trend. And then in the afternoon session, you may have an upward trend. I believe today is just gonna be chop only because of the CPI data for tomorrow. Right now we're down 130 points in the market. If Nvidia breaks its morning low of 844, we may go down hard. Right now we're at 857. Apple's coming down to the VWAP. Microsoft is below the VWAP. Yes, it's still below that pivot point. We might have a couple 3 or 4 green candles moving up to this area. before reversing back down. But really, in order to continue this reversal movement, we're gonna have to break the resistance level up here. But you also may be getting a bearish flag forming on the 5 minute. ES is coming down a little bit. There you go, we rejected off that level on the 5 minute. Starts the 15 minute for a little bit. 10-year treasury yields are holding steady. Barcoding a little bit. That's a nice big candle. Might be a wrong entry. Let's see. Let's see if this was a wrong choice. Yep. Let's see. All right, lost about 1,000. And price is going back up. I need a stop. I don't want to put a stop. It might stop me out again. Just like that, $500 each trade. Chop zone. ES is coming down, Apple's coming down. This may drop right here. Already down 150 points. Dollar's still going up. Between these two levels, price seems to be bouncing off of that 50% level right here. 50% levels, man. Let's see if the ES reverses. Definitely in a consolidation area. Definitely in a consolidation area. 500 is good for today. A little disappointed I've lost 1,500 right around this area. We'll see. Apple's going up. Nvidia might be going up. I just don't trust this area. What time is it? 10? Yeah. Microsoft's going back up. Nvidia's going back up. Microsoft might be going up. We may be breaking right now. Let's see. We'll watch this trade play out. Just like that. Up 11. Let's see. Let's see if it rejects off the EMA. Could be another buy up. ES is coming up to that pivot point, so ES may reject. We gotta break this level if we're gonna go higher. It may reject off this level, which would be roughly one of these levels. So down, we're up 1,100, down 1,000 from 2,200. We're working on building that back up. ES is at the EMA. Both ES and NASDAQ got rejected off the EMA. So the EMA could be a play. See if there's enough buyers to bust us through the EMA. Price seed to buy liquidity lower. ES is coming down. Tesla's coming down hard. ES is coming down hard. Tesla's coming down hard. Microsoft's coming down hard. Nvidia's coming down. That could be the rejection to continue lower down to this level. All right, we have a good trend. Let's go with the parallel channel. There you go. We're in a parallel channel right now, rejecting off the 50% line of the parallel channel. That's the 15 minute. So the parallel channel could be in play because we could see it on the 15 minute. So as you move up to the larger time frames, it gets more prominent, okay? So for the rest of the day, until it breaks that channel, I'm gonna keep the channel on the 5, 15, 30 minute. Once it starts to break that channel, then it nullifies the parallel channel, the downward parallel channel at that. So we could be doing these stair steppers all day like this, okay? Because if you see it on the 1 minute, that could be a resistance level right there for today. And this is only for today's action. Tomorrow could be a completely different day, obviously. Every trade is completely different. Not one trade, after a trade is complete, the next trade isn't the same trade as the previous trade. So definitely a chop day. All right, my Express funded account is here. I got the email for my Express funded account. I'm gonna go ahead and log on to that real quick. Pull it up. All right, here we go. Here's the 80 account that we were trading. Here's the Express funded account. All right, it starts at 0. I can only trade 1 to 3. I can only trade 1 to 3 contracts at a time. So we're gonna do 2. And I don't know if I want to trade that yet. Let's play with the combine. Only because we're in this chop area. There's nothing definitive on the price action. If I go into something, it's just gonna be quick little movements. Oh man, Nvidia's going up. Let's see, we got this level. We're coming up to a level right here. Let's see if we break it. I just see Nvidia and Microsoft starting to turn around, so this may be a reversal area. Apple is coming down hard. Disregard. This may be a trap. It may be a trap. Apple is coming down. Let's see what the dollar is doing real quick. All right, check out the dollar. Yeah, why can't I go? Okay, check out the dollar. I put this level here. Price came up, bounced on this area. Right, same level as that one over there. Right here, right there. Dollar's coming back down that way, all right? We have that on the dollar. What do we got on ES? ES came up to the pivot point, and now we're at the bottom of this support level. which is the same support levels right here for the NASDAQ. We got Apple below the VWAP, Microsoft below the VWAP. It's a chop area. It could bounce up right here, grab liquidity, continue going down. ES is coming back down. I'm gonna test a short here. Testing a short thesis. Microsoft's about to break the VWAP. There's just, I don't think there's much strength to keep it up. It might blow that. It might blow this $3,000. That would have blown it. That would have blown a combine or an XFA. Because 3,000 is a daily loss limit on any of those accounts, right? Coming up here to this resistance level. This is where I probably should put a stop. Just don't trust it. On the 15-minute, it is a bearish flag forming. Depending on what happens to this candle. We got 10 seconds left on this candle. Let's see what happens. 2, 1, new candle. It could continue going up to try to break that wick where the EMA is, or it could drop down. So that's what we're watching for. What the dollar's doing. Dollar may come down. Gold's at 21.87. All right, got stopped out. Lost 3,000 on the paper account. I'm glad I didn't short that on my combine. Got Microsoft's going up. We're coming up to the VWAP. Now we could break through the VWAP right now. ES is coming up to test this pivot point again. We got Microsoft going up, Apple's going up. It may go up. I feel like there's gonna be a pullback. Again, we're still in that parallel channel. Right? We had the parallel channel yesterday, Friday. We traded the parallel channel on Friday. Once we broke out, we made profit as it crest up, but it only crested up to where that green band is on Friday. Similar setup, and then it dropped for the rest of the day. So we could grab liquidity here and drop. It's really just no news. There's nothing. Technicals are the only thing trading this market right now. All right, we're coming up to the VWAP on the NASDAQ. We could break through it, or it would be a good play to play the VWAP, but it would have to break through the VWAP, come back down and retest the VWAP to continue going up. Another play would be shorting it right here. Okay, short it to, again, this short thesis may become irrelevant. ES is going up, Microsoft's going up. Man, missed out on that move. There's a good bottom right there. I'm gonna go ahead and put an orange line at that green bottom, at that reversal, morning reversal area. Microsoft's still going up. ES is breaking up or above the VWAP. Let's see if we come back down and test the VWAP at 210. So 210 is the VWAP. But by here, we're at the point of control on the 15-minute. 5 minutes about to break the parallel channel. Let's get ready for rejection or a buy. Remember, the candle has to break above the parallel channel. We're cresting into the morning consolidation area. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that consolidation box and just work on the inefficiency zone. Point of control, right? It's a level. Reject, support, and now it's acting as resistance. This area is acting like resistance. So if we move this to the 15-minute, you'll see it right here. So this level right here is that's where price is at. All right, it was resistance here, broke through it, stayed here, broke through it, touched it as support, worked as support, broke through it, right? And then it came back down, tested it right there, and now we're at the bottom of that consolidation range from this morning. Oh, there's my lines. Let's go ahead and draw the lines out. In this area right there. Can I extend that? No. All right, it's 15-minute, and those are lines. Could be a nice rejection level or support level. Just depends. If you come back and retest the VWAP right now on the 5-minute, you can still be in this parallel channel. I really don't want to go into I went into a short there, but that was a test account. I don't want to go into a short on the combine when we are so close to the VWAP right now. But Nvidia and Apple are both coming down. ES may bounce off that pivot point. All right, we're coming back down, possibly. I got into a short because I saw Apple coming down pretty hard. I could have been wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and double it. 10 contracts. Let's go. 27. You might stop me out. All right, we're back up to 21. That was a good trade. I saw Apple coming down. ES and Microsoft are starting to come down again. We look like we're rejecting off of that VWAP. I could go in with 2 contracts right now, which will probably be a smart move. I'm getting ready to put my stop in for continued move downward. Got stopped out. So there we go. I might save the XFA for tomorrow's CPI data since today's just going to be a chop. Okay, looks like we're coming back down again. We're at that VWAP. We've got a 5-minute trend forming right here. So if we're going to continue lower, we have to break this area right here. We're at the VWAP, we're at the topward channel of the parallel channel. Still hovering around this area. Still resistance. We're still hitting resistance. Apple's starting to come down a little bit. ES is trying to move up, but even the ES is at resistance level right now. I feel like shorting right now. Microsoft is turning back around. Could turn Apple around. We could bust above this area. Don't fight the trend. We're above the VWAP right now. We're above the point of control. Even the 15-minute looks very promising. But again, we may reject right here. That's a $3,000 move. Coming up to the 15-minute point of control. 5-minute point of control is down here. Well, it's right there by the VWAP. Microsoft and Nvidia are moving up. We may be going up to the upside. Remember, this is the 15-minute right now that we're looking at. ES is coming up to the VWAP. We got Apple still at 172. Apple is near its opening. We still got to break this level. Hit the bottom of the inefficiency zone, which is a level of resistance. We got Apple coming back down. Nvidia, Microsoft are moving up. Not really sold on the move yet because we still got resistance in this low volume area. ES looked like it rejected off the VWAP real quick. Apple and Microsoft may be coming down. Testing another short. Wrong decision, huh? See? This is the reason why you use your test account, right? You use your paper account to test your thesis. It keeps you, it replaces the urge to want to trade. So you trade on your paper account and you get reinforced that you're just trying to find trades, right? So that is the whole purpose of trying to trade a paper account next to the account that matters. So right now the ES just broke the VWAP. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put an order right below the bottom of the box. I think it's gonna come back down and bounce. It is almost 11 o'clock, so we got market liquidity coming in. We got no news. We're back into this consolidation range from this morning, which redrawing it could be a good option right now. And we could do a horizontal, we could do a 50% level pre-market consolidation. All right, back in the pre-market consolidation, we got the 50% line listed. And that's what you do. If you need to update your chart, your charting, let's see what all chart says, right? Let's see what all chart says on the 5-minute, 15, and 30-minute. So we got all my drawings. Last awaiting all, let's go to the 15-minute. I think all charts wants to wait. Look like we're rejecting off of that 50% of the pre-market consolidation level. Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, and the ES could be coming down. Could be a good level to short. Could be. Got the dollar come down a little bit, which is an indication that the NASDAQ may go up. May, air quotes, not guaranteed that they're going to trade opposite of each other's action. I think all charts is waiting for the candle to close. Let's see what the 15-minute says. 2 minutes. 2 minutes on the 50 minutes. 2 minutes on the 30-minute. 30 seconds on the 2-minute. Ain't no point in looking at the 2-minute. We're at the upper green band. So we broke the parallel channel, but we need a candle to be outside of the parallel channel for a bullish move up. 5-minute has a candle, but we could come down to this point of control, which is coincidentally near the trend line, the 5-minute trend line that we have. So price could come back down to bounce in this area right here. May not. I've had a short bias all day. Is it time to change it? As I go into a buy position on the paper account, we got Microsoft starting to rotate back around. But it's still above the VWAP. We got on the 1 minute, we have a bullish candle, a bullish flag forming. Remember, we're waiting to see if it's going to break the trend line or go back into the parallel channel. It could also hit the bottom of the consolidation box before going back up. But if we break the VWAP, we may go down. Still have the point of control. We need it to bounce off the point of control. It's 11 o'clock. We got market liquidity coming in. Nvidia's coming down to 880. Microsoft is returning back around. Apple is staying where it's at. Hasn't broke its opening low yet. Break it through. There we go. Can we continue this movement? Got a bullish flag on the 5-minute. Are we coming down? Dang. We're on the upper green band. We have to wait for the EMA to break through the VWAP and meet us at the price point where the market's at right now. So EMA has to work its way up across the VWAP, because unless we get a huge move up, chop. We have another parallel channel on the 1 minute right here. Still a bull flag. We got resistance, correction. We got support right here. We have support right here. I don't think we're going below this area of the day low. See how we're stair stepping up now? 10. Going in 10 long. Come on. Come on. Up 3,000. I just didn't mean to get out of there and get out of that position. All right, let's see. Still fighting right here, man. Can't break the 50% consolidated area, but I feel like it's gonna go up. It's gonna go up. Up 3,000. Is it time? I might want to go to the gym. We got CPI data tomorrow. Maybe breaking down this area. If we get back into the parallel channel, we're going down here to this orange, to the morning low. We also could bounce off the VWAP on the ES. Look at that reversal. Damn. Remember I said we could bounce off this trend line. If we break this trend line, 5-minute trend line, looks like it. ES is coming down the VWAP. We may come back up to this line and reject back down. Hard to trade this area. Could be bouncing off the parallel channel. Could possibly be bouncing off the VWAP. Even though you're trading the same, the XFA is still a simulated environment, but Top Step is willing to pay you payouts for making profit. Even though I know it's a simulated environment, you're trading real market data in a separate simulated environment, but then Top Step you're able to request payouts off of that. It's still nerve-wracking to trade this than trading the normal market or a combine. So ES is coming down. We touch the parallel channel. Okay, we could bounce off the VWAP. It's a solid candle down to the VWAP. We'd have to bounce hard off of this area for it to be anything. As you can see, we broke through. Now the next area is the EMA to see if it bounces off the EMA. We got the ES coming to the EMA. We got NVIDIA coming to the VWAP, down 872 from, NVIDIA was at almost 890 and now it's down to 872. So is NVIDIA pulling back for the rest of the day, or at least for the morning session? We have a resistance area here and a resistance area here. So this area right here, which is where the EMA is at. I'm gonna go ahead and close the paper account. We are negative in the paper account, our test account, 7 grand, and we are up 3,000 in the combine. Right, and we have yet traded the XFA, which could be a reversal point here. It's the 1 minute. I'm not ready. It's just chopped today. And if you could time it right, obviously you could be profitable in a chopped market, as we've shown on the combine. NVIDIA bounced off the VWAP, got the ES in a zone. Let's get at the 15-minute on the ES. Downward parallel channel as well. All right, look at that, we're back. Roll up. Well, maybe that was rollover. There you go. Now we're continuous. We have a bearish flag forming right here. We got the post and then the flag right here, possibly. But that's the 1 minute. It don't really mean anything. We got a range. Rejected off the 50% area of the consolidation zone. Broke through the inefficiency. Back into the parallel channel. All right. We're at the EMA and the VWAP right here. 5 minute. We have a level here that could bounce off of. And we got the low, the morning low. I think this is the morning low. It's the zone area. So we rejected off the VWAP. Might be a good time to go to the gym. All right, I'm gonna hold off on trading. It is gonna be lunchtime. I'm gonna get ready to go to the gym. I'll come back in the morning, afternoon session for a little bit. Then I gotta jump on the road and drive possibly to a soccer game. So I'll see you guys. Apple's coming down. We may be, I don't know. ES is still on the outside of that parallel channel above the VWAP. We're bouncing on the VWAP. We're down 80 points. Damn, right when I go in. Down 300, lost 500 there. We're up 3. Apple, Microsoft may be coming down. Are we gonna get rejected at this point? It's about to break out. 15 minutes before 3 o'clock. Got a 15% consolidation, possible rejection, 257. All right, so we're in on the paper account, short and 5 at the 50% area of the pre-market consolidation zone. But the 30-minute candle looks pretty good. It might come up to here. So we broke out of the pendant. We got the NASDAQ breaking out of the pendant. We got NVIDIA deciding if it's gonna drop. We could bounce here on the pendant. Maybe going up right now. 5 minutes till power hour. Microsoft's coming down. Let's look at the ES real quick.
What is it going to do? We have a double top here. 1, 2 at this level. Got rejected. Yes, is just, you know what? It's probably not a good idea to continue trading today. Go ahead and do a trend. Liquidity grab. I don't trust it. I get into it. This is what the going to 700 down to negative 200, 789. That's $900 that I lost since the profits I made on this account. Now I'm hesitant to enter, and then I feel like I'm missing the move. But everything's going down right now, except ES hasn't broke its trend yet. ES hasn't broken its trend yet here, right? And it still may bounce at the bottom of this box right here. So it may reverse right here to this level. So that's what we're watching. We're at the point of control. We got the EMA, downward angle. Basically watching the ES. If the ES rotates downward, breaks the EMA. All right, we may be going up right now. We have Apple. Looks like it's coming around to touch the VWAP. We had a slow climb with Apple. We had a climb with Microsoft. We have Nvidia below the VWAP, and we got the ES. Hasn't broken this trend yet, so quite possibly we may continue going up. We have a 30-minute trend up right here. So I did short on the paper account here. It's a 30-minute trend on the NASDAQ, but we've been just barcoding. We may pop up right here. So I was up 700, now I'm down 200, lost 900 out of this account, and we're still up 3,000 on the Combine. So we're going to try to get in the positive in this account. We're going to try to get into good entries in executions by reading the charts. Not really concerned with the profit, although it's hard. Okay, we may be getting a reversal here. Apple's coming down, Nvidia's coming down. I'm watching the ES. We got the point of control and the EMA. If we break through the EMA, it could bounce off the EMA, or it could reject the EMA. So you got the EMA coming up on the ES. We are in power hour right now, hitting the point of control, touching the EMA, see if it breaks through the EMA. There we go. If I shorted here, I'd be up almost $1,000. If I shorted at 4.4, if I shorted here, I'd be up almost $1,000. Let's see. It's not chase. Let's look for a reversal here. It may reverse at this consolidation box. Don't go long at the 50% area of the consolidation. See if it breaks off the VWAP. We may bounce up where the VWAP, where the EMA is on the ES. We may break this trend. We're on the 5-minute. Let's get the top. Got scared, man. Did it again, didn't we? Moved our stop, missed out on this move. Let's see if it goes back down. Let's see. Made $100, 90 bucks on that one. So much volatility going on right now. See if we bounce off the EMA. We have to break this pendant, right? We have to break this pendant if we're gonna go down. Let's see, what level is that? 204. Yeah, we may be going up right now. Tesla's coming down, Google's coming down. ES is breaking. There you go, we broke out of the pendant. Is that going to continue? We can reverse right here. There you go. Taking people out. It's going to reject right here. Golly. I might have messed myself up, but I think it's gonna go down. We broke the pendant. ES is coming down. Whew. Paper account's good. We're only down $8 today. That's a win. I'll tell you what, man, that's a win. There's our lines from earlier, and look, we've been hitting those levels all day. So, could pop back up. We got Nvidia coming down. All right, ES is coming down. ES is coming down. We got, man, 30 minutes left of market trading. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Oh, geez. We've got Apple probably turning around. ES is turning around. I got a low volume area to here to that level. Golly, man. The Nvidia turning back around. ES still needs to break its 15-minute candle on this side of the trend line. On this side of the trend line, ES has to close. Got Apple slowly creeping up, Microsoft coming down, Nvidia bouncing at the low of 852. There we go. Maybe buying. Could be buying right here. Might stop out my position, which is fine. There we go. Does it reject off the VWAP? We could reject off this level right here. This is where the VWAP is. Maybe rejected off the VWAP. Apple screaming, Microsoft is screaming. This thing could reverse. Google screaming. Google's coming back down. Let's see if that's an indication. We got the ES coming back down. We'll be rejecting at the VWAP. Oh my God. Let's test it. Let's test it. Let's test it. That's a win right there. Point of control. Do I buy here? Dollar's moving back up. Maybe. All right. 15-minute double top. We could come down. All right. Last night, yes, I don't know when I said it this morning that it would be nice to be up $50, up $100, and there you go. 105. We are up 105. We were up 700. We were down 285, and now we're up 100. I'm gonna be good. That's gonna conclude today's trading session. That's the XFA, $100 today, and we will $100 up on the XFA. We're up 300 on the combine that I reset on Friday, and that will be it. We will make sure I'm out of my trades. Man, it's gonna drop down to here. I just know it. I'm gonna miss out. All right. With that, if you hung out, thank you. Hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. I'll be posting videos regularly of my trading progress as a trade journal, entertainment and education for you guys. I will see you tomorrow morning. Have a good day.